plus boys and girls to get 250 people up and down. We're just going to, pay our respects by remaining seated.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming. On the rockets rainbow, the bombs bursting in air, they proved through the night that our flag was still there. All sailors that star-spangled banner had waved, for the land moved away, our
Thank you very much, Gary. Our chapter of the Honor Society requires that we have one or more teachers that are part of the group, and they act as the coordinators of the group. And I'd like to recognize right now Mrs. Greenwood and Mrs. Ellis. They're our sponsors for the group. Everybody knows them? Now we're getting a little bit of a late start this year with our program because it is brand new. We will have another induction ceremony next fall, and normally that runs through the year. But since we didn't join this organization until December, I think, we're going to do our first induction now, and then more members will be identified and inducted later in the fall of next year. At this time, I'm going to introduce Mrs. Jane Greenwood, who's going to introduce our speakers.
Good morning, students. I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Marshall Scott III. He is our school improvement officer and has been here and helped at our school this year, and we're very fortunate to have him. Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Good morning. First, I'd like to recognize Mr. Behringer for his leadership. Kevin is always pushing the envelope to expose our kids to different experiences. Building the whole child, I know, is a part of your responsibility, and I thank you for your efforts. Let's give him a big hand. A part of any successful instructional program, you have to have effective teachers in your classrooms, and throughout the building here at Harvard, you have wonderful teachers, boys and girls. I'd also like to recognize them for their efforts. Parents, as partners, I know that you all are peacock proud of your kids and their accomplishments. Would you please stand so we can recognize you as partners in the educational process? Let's give our parents. Now, to our inductees, our charter members, wow. Your academic performance and excellence, along with your service to your community, it has to be admired. I hope those of you who are sitting out in the audience, boys and girls, I hope you aspire to sit where your classmates are sitting at this time. We're recognizing them not only for what they do within the classroom, but we're also recognizing them for the things that they do in their community. Because it is more, it's more than just about what you can do for yourselves in the classroom. Once you've made the good grades, once you've done all of the things, once you've behaved appropriately, then it's time to go out into your community and serve, because that's what leaders do. Leaders are servants to others. inductees, again, I am proud to be one of your guest speakers here. And hopefully, within the near future, I'm assuming that they're third, fourth, and fifth grader. So within the next 10 years, 10 to 12 years, you will be some of our greatest leaders in the city of Houston and in the United States of America. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Michelle. We're very fortunate to have our next speaker. We have Alyssa Cuevas. She's a former student here from Harvard, and I think she is also a member of the high school National Honor Society. Thank you, Alyssa, for coming today.
Testing. Okay. Sorry, I don't speak much. I mean, yeah, okay. So, hi, I'm Alyssa Cuevas. I am Miss Cuevas' daughter, and for those of you who don't know, my sister's Ashley. So, Honor Society is a great thing. I've been a member since 7th grade. Back then, in middle school, it's considered National Junior Honor Society. It's not considered National Honor Society until high school. So, it's a great thing. You experience a lot of things. It looks really good on college resumes. The 4 pillars of Honor Society, I was told, are responsibility, service, leadership, and scholarship. To me, the most important pillar is responsibility. It plays a role into each of the other pillars. The first one I'd like to mention is service. In order to have good service to yourself, to your family, and to your community, you have to be well responsible. Time management plays a great role in that, because once you see in middle school, you'll be involved in a lot more extracurricular activities, there'll be a lot more clubs, and time management will be a vital skill that you'll need to have. Leadership. 3 keys to leadership are courage to stand up for what you believe in, the knowledge to know what's right and what's wrong, and the strength to choose the right thing, whether it's right or wrong. To be a positive, influential leader, you need to believe in yourself. Although high scholastic standing is what got all seven of you here, it's not everything. You need to do extremely well in everything else in order to succeed. Being well-rounded will get you far, so just remember that. I look before me at all 7 of you, and I see our nation's future. Bright, charismatic, youthful, and persevering. I wish you all luck as you diverge into the rest of your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa. That was very, very good. Thank you.
Now we're going to have a candle lighting ceremony about those 4 pillars that Alyssa just spoke about. So the first one is scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. An NEHS member is willing to spend time reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We all must continue to learn even when formal education has ended, whether at the end of the school day, the school year, or our educational career. For education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life that leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light that illuminates the future. Members of NEHS are challenged to be continually expand their world through the opportunities provided by scholarship.
Responsibility. Responsibility is our commitment to do what we say we are going to do. It is our obligation for doing what is right when faced with the temptation of doing wrong. Responsibility is an expression of our concern for our family. We work in a responsible manner at school to achieve our academic goals. When playing sports, we are responsible to the team by always competing with our best effort and displaying good sportsmanship. Our responsibility to our community is displayed through acts of good citizenship, respecting the laws, culture, and traditions of our part of the world. NEHS members demonstrate responsibility at home, at school, and in the community, and serve as role models for our peers. We accept these new responsibilities with pride.
Service. In our day-to-day lives, many opportunities arise to perform service, helping others to do what they cannot do alone. This willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without the expectation of reward is a quality we seek in our members. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow for us all.
Leadership. Our leadership as members of the National Elementary Honor Society should exert a positive influence on the school. A student leader takes the initiative in class and in school activities, striving to train and help others to reach their goals. The price of our leadership is sacrifice, a willingness to yield our personal interests for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. Leadership is needed in many aspects of our lives, so to lead is another important challenge to each of our members.
Candidates will now rise and repeat the pledge. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Elementary Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, responsibility, service, and leadership.
I'm now going to award them with their pen and certificate.
Margaret Fair. Amanda Feldman. Emily Gillett. Rodolfo Gangora. Cameron Graves. Gary Mullins. And Bridget Ramirez. Please join me in congratulating congratulating all of the new members of our chapter of the National Elementary Honor Society.
Well, again, we would like to congratulate our inductees, and boys and girls. Everyone has an opportunity to work toward being a member of the Honor Society. One of the things that we did look at, the only thing we looked at were grade cards. You all can be seated now. Thank you very much. And we will have another ceremony this next fall and bring in more members to this group who will do various service projects. We've tied a lot of our IB projects that we've done this year into what the Honor Society would work with, whether it's the Friends for Life on 19th Street or Souls for Souls by bringing in the shoes over the last week or two in order to help people not only in the Houston area but around the world. I'd like to thank our parents today. Parents, we really cannot do this without you. It takes everyone working together, and your support at home is very vital. So let's give our parents here another round of applause. We also had Ms. Mizell and Ms. Macon helping us today. As you know, they're the faculty sponsors for the Student Council. So both of these groups will work hand in hand now on various service projects throughout the year. I'd like to thank Mr. Scott for coming today and sharing some words with us, and Ms. Cuevas for coming today and sharing some inspiration. It's great. And did you mention what high school you're at?
Oh, no, I forgot.
Go ahead.
I go to Challenge Early College High School.
Challenge Early College High School. And correct me if I'm wrong, but when you graduate from high school, you will actually have college credits, correct?
I have my associate's degree.
She will actually have her associate's degree, so it's associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctorate. And we'd like to congratulate Mr. Scott. He is receiving his doctorate in May from Texas Southern University, so congratulations. When he comes back next year, it'll be Dr. Scott, so that's what we all look forward to, so congratulations. After our ceremony today, there will be a reception in the library for everyone here. We'd like for you to join us. That is all the information I have for you today. I want to thank everyone for being a great audience, and thank you for coming.